Hi, Joy Olson, BlockBuster Fundraising. Well, I thought before any more of the year of 2020 gets away from us, we should really kind of check in with some direct mail marketing statistics that are out, because I know we're all trying to figure out which marketing channel works best for us and are we properly budgeted for that. So let's look at some of these statistics, okay? First statistics. 41% of Americans of all ages look forward to checking their mail each day, and that's from Gallup. So there's just something exhilarating about opening your little mailbox to find an item that you can hold that has your name written on it. And they say that although older generations are more likely to say that they enjoy getting mail, 36% of Americans under 30 also feel the same way. Second statistic, 58% of the mail American households receive is marketing mail. Bet that doesn't surprise you. That's statistics from the U.S. Postal Service. Very few people exchange letters now in the digital era. According to the latest data from the USPS Mail Use and Attitudes Report, the direct mail industry accounts for almost 60% of the mail in U.S. households, the mail that they receive. This stat really reinforces the previous one. If people mostly get marketing mail and are still looking forward to it, well, hey, that's great news for mail marketers and for your direct mail campaign. Third statistic, the average American household receives 454 pieces of marketing mail per year. That statistic, once again, the United States Postal Service. So is direct mail dead? Absolutely not. The same USPS report shows that direct mail advertising is alive and kicking. The organization's data shows that 454 pieces of regular marketing mail get delivered to an average U.S. household every year. And on top of that, 92 pieces of nonprofit marketing mail land in the average mailbox as well. But the 2018 DMA response rate report brings news of amazing average direct mail response rates. The household list response rate was 9% in 2018, significantly up from 2017 when it was only 5.1%. Wow. The prospect list response rate was 4.9%, also showing a big increase compared to the 2.9% it achieved the year before. So what's contributing to this spike in numbers? In a word, they say technology. Thanks to technological advancements, mail marketers are gathering more data. They're learning more about their consumers' behavior. They're sending out direct mail to people who actually look forward to it, which is why they're getting a much better direct mail response rate. So we're certainly going to look forward to seeing whether or not the 2019 report brings even better results, and we will get those to you as soon as we hear them. Listen to this fifth statistic. Oversized envelopes have the highest response rate, 5%. That comes from the Data and Marketing Association. So if you are looking for direct mail ideas, you should know that packaging matters. Some mail formats outperform others. Postcards get a fairly high response rate, 4.25%, followed by dimensional mailers with a 4% response rate, and catalogs close behind with 3.9%. So the average response rate for direct mail in letter-sized envelopes is the lowest, and it only gets a 3.5% response rate. All right, sixth fact. 59% of U.S. respondents say that they enjoy getting mail from brands about new products. That comes from Epsilon. Consumers can run a Google search and discover new products from their favorite brands, but when they get a glossy catalog through the post, it makes them feel appreciated by the brand. As many as 6 in 10 Americans say they enjoy learning about new products this way, and that's according to Epsilon's direct mail advertising statistics. Seventh statistic. 18% of business-to-business marketers' budget is assigned to direct mail marketing and print advertising. That comes from HubSpot. Business-to-business marketers still send printed ads and catalogs to existing clients and leads years after diversifying their marketing channels. Social media and content marketing are contemporary ways of reaching out to clients, but they haven't managed to push direct mail lists out of the picture. Why? Because direct mail still delivers good results. Pretty interesting, huh? All right. Eighth statistic. 42.2% of direct mail recipients either read or scan the mail they get. And that comes from the Data and Marketing Association. So when you send a marketing message, you obviously want people to see it. Email might be cheaper, but it's easily ignored. Direct mail will, on the other hand, get read or at least scanned by your target audience. The Data and Marketing Association, which was formerly known as the Direct Mail Marketing Association, reveals that 42.2% of direct mail recipients go through the material you send. They go to it. They look at it. Only 22.8% say they don't read it at all. Ninth statistic, advertising mail is kept in the household for 17 days on average. That comes from Mailman. So if you were wondering why direct mail works, here's your answer. Direct mail stats show that people tend to throw out advertising mail after 17 days. This gives all the members of the household plenty of time to review it and take action. Statistic number 10, 60% of catalog recipients visit the website of the company that mailed them the catalog. I do. If I'm interested at all, I go directly to the website. That statistic comes not only from me, but the U.S. Postal Service. So consumers are very likely to visit a website after discovering a product in a catalog. Modern shoppers turn to the internet for further product information. But what produces the spark that makes them visit a website? In many cases, it's flipping through a good old catalog, and that's according to the direct mail statistics published by the U.S. Postal Service. 11th statistic, 44.4% of merchants upped their catalog circulation last year, and that comes from the DMA. Retailers understand that catalogs boost website traffic, in addition to raising brand awareness and increasing conversion rates. That's why almost half of them increased the number of catalogs that they sent out last year. You know, I think that something nice to remember here in terms of catalogs, like when you send out your new welcome package, and some of the nonprofits are putting together kind of nice little lightweight, like a catalog. People like those, and they're going to keep them around the house and look at them and go to your website. Okay, 12th statistic. Direct mail recipients purchased 28% more items and spent 28% more money than people who didn't get that piece of direct mail. That comes from the U.S. Postal Service. So by keeping a piece of direct mail in a household for days on end, what they say, 17, consumers are constantly reminded of the product you're advertising. So this makes them more prone to visit your website or brick and mortar business and make a purchase. So with a direct mail conversion rate of 28%, this marketing method is definitely worth a shot. 13 statistics about direct mail. 73% of American consumers say they prefer being contacted by brands via direct mail because they can read it whenever they want. That comes from Epsilon. The majority of U.S. consumers prefer direct mail as a method of communication with their favorite brands because they can review it when they see fit. This is why it's so important for you to find out from your donors which channel of communication they prefer. I think, 10 years ago, 12 years ago, it was kind of exciting to use email. But now, I don't know about you, but my emails are so jammed that I know I miss a lot. So anyhow, direct mail becomes more important in that instance. 14th statistic, direct mail offers a 29% return on investments. Ooh, that comes from marketing charts. The U.S. Postal Service implemented new, slightly higher postage rates in January of 2019. Even with the current postal rates, direct mail marketing provides a strong return on marketing investments. In fact, it matches the ROI of social media marketing efforts. Direct mail stats published by Marketing Charts show that direct mail brings a 29% return on investment, while social media has a 30% return on investments. Wow, neck and neck. All right, fact number 15. For direct mail, 50.9% of recipients say that they find postcards useful. That comes from the Data and Marketing Association. Their small size makes them stand out in the mailbox, and the fact that they don't come in an envelope means virtually all postcards get read. So combine this with the DMA stat that half of the consumers find postcards useful, you'll understand why postcard marketing is arguably the most effective direct mail method available. 16th fact here, consumers aged 45 to 54 are the demographic group most likely to respond to direct mail pieces. That fact comes from Data and Marketing Association. So the key to any successful marketing campaign is knowing who to target and where. Just as you wouldn't advertise a steak restaurant using a vegetarian's restaurant mailing list, you also need to know which demographic group responds to which marketing method. Individuals aged 45 to 54 have the highest direct mail response rate. That's 14.1%. This makes them a much better target audience than members of Generation Z, who are more reachable via social media platforms. 17th fact, up to 90% of direct mail gets opened, compared to only 20 to 30% of emails. Wowzer. Now I don't feel so bad because that's me. I just am not opening a lot. That comes from Data and Marketing Association. Many modern business owners looking to promote their company in 2019 and 2020 are asking themselves, does direct mail still work? Is this a sound marketing investment? Should I focus only on digital marketing? Well, judging by direct mail open rates, it's a marketing method worthy of your attention. Sending and receiving hundreds of emails each day, it's easier for consumers to ignore promotional mail sent online. Postal mail, on the contrary, is opened 9 out of 10 times. 18 statistic. Only 44% of people can recall a brand immediately after seeing a digital ad, compared to 75% of people who receive direct mail. Wow, that comes from Marketing Profs, that fact. And in addition to higher open rates, direct mail also leaves a better impression on consumers. According to Marketing Profs direct mail statistics, 3/4 of consumers are able to recall a brand after receiving a piece of direct mail. On the other hand, just 44% can do the same after seeing a digital ad. 19th fact, direct mail requires 21% less cognitive effort to process than email. That fact comes from the Canada Post. This is yet another perk for direct mail. It's much easier for consumers to understand than email, contributing to the longer-lasting brand recall associated with direct mail. The absence of additional content makes it simpler to process than email. When people read an ad sent via email, they can often get distracted by other open tab or a pop-up ad, but when they read direct mail, they focus solely on that task. 20th fact, email costs per day per acquisition is $22.52, significantly less than direct mail cost per acquisition, which amounts to $43.90. That statistic comes from Data and Marketing Association. So direct mail stats confirm that email beats direct mail in the cost per acquisition battle. It's almost twice as expensive to get a new client relying on direct mail than email. So don't want to give up your emails. You just want to make those emails really terrific. 21st fact, 57% of email addresses are abandoned because the user receives too many marketing emails. I believe that. That comes from Marketing Profs, that statistic. So getting through to your customers or your donors via email can prove challenging. So when your donors or consumers start receiving too many unwanted emails, they simply abandon that email address and create a new one. It costs them nothing and makes a lot of dead leads. Wow. So direct mailing lists, however, are really so much more reliable because people are not going to move. They're not going to leave their house because their mailbox is overflowing. 22nd fact, when asked, which is more effective at getting you to take action? 30% of millennials said direct mail, while 24% said email. That comes from the Direct Marketing Association. Millennials spend their days glued to their phones, and while it would be easier to visit a website after seeing an email, they report that postal mail inspires them to take action more often than email. The DMN's direct mail marketing statistics indicate that 30% of millennials consider postal mail effective in getting them to visit a website, go to a store, or make a purchase. Only 24% said the same thing about their emails. All right, stat number 23 about direct mail. The response rate for direct mail is up to 9 times higher than that of email. Again, that comes from the Data and Marketing Association. When we compare response rates of email and direct mail wins by a long shot, with an average direct mail response rate between 5% and 9%, depending on the recipient. Direct mail leaves email far behind. According to the latest DMA response rate report, email garnered a 1% response rate in 2018 for both household and prospect lists. Lot of interesting facts there. Let's go on to this. We have an infographic that I want you to see. This infographic is entitled, "Is Direct Mail Dead?" I think we already know the answer to that. Well, in the age of digital marketing, you might think that direct mail is dead. After all, if most people are spending their time online, wouldn't it just make sense to advertise there or go there to get their attention? And does anybody actually pay attention to the advertising or marketing they receive in the mailbox these days? All right, well, now this infographic has compiled the most up-to-date direct mail statistics that we've just been talking about for 2019, so you can see for yourself to determine whether direct mail is still relevant in a digital and personalized world. Let's find out if direct mail is thriving or if it's going the way of the dinosaurs. Here we go. It's true, mail volume is declining. According to the USPS, total mail volume has declined by 29.85% since 2006. But just because the number of pieces is down doesn't mean direct mail is in decline. While there are several reasons for the decline in mail volume, like online bill pay and more sophisticated targeting methods, the fact that there are fewer pieces in mailboxes is actually a good thing for you. Less clutter means that there's more opportunity to stand out and less competition for attention. Both of these things give you a much better shot at achieving your fundraising and marketing goals. Let's look at this graph, decline in direct mail. But direct mail response rates are on the rise. Direct mail is the most effective marketing channel for new customer acquisition and customer retention. Acquisition and retention, wow, perfect for you. For proof of that, just look at the average response rates for direct mail in the United States. You can see it there on the screen. House lists boast a 9% response rate on the average, while prospect lists receive an average response rate of 5%. That's a 173% increase since 2006 for house lists and a 194% increase since 2006 for prospect lists. Wow! Well, how does this compare to digital? Email, paid search, and social media offer a 1% return, while display ads average a response rate of 0.3%. So while digital may be great for remarketing and spreading brand awareness, it's clear that direct mail is better at driving new and returning business. Response rates rise. Direct mail connects with your audience. That makes it very important. Let's look at this graph. Unlike digital, direct mail helps you connect with people on multiple levels. Here are just a few ways that your direct mail makes it easier to relate to your audience. It's personal. Personalization isn't just something you can do with your digital channels. It works for direct mail too. Tailoring your message to specific customers makes your piece more engaging, and it's pretty hard to miss your own name as you scan through your mail. Adding a name to your direct mail piece can increase response rates by 135%. And the Direct Marketing Association stat book reports that targeting increases response rates by at least 50%. So I tell you, you want to segment, you want to target your audience with your donors with the right message. Well, direct mail is engaging because we spend more time interacting with printed materials than we do digital. We react differently to them. Now, this is supported by neuromarketing, which is the study of interaction between our brains and marketing messages. Research shows that holding a physical mail piece triggers desirability and improves a prospect's perception of your brand, of your message. And a United States Postal Service study found the parts of our brains that control motivational response are 20% more engaged when we view print advertising. Hey, direct mail is also memorable. Studies show brands that advertise with direct mail make more of an impression on customers and on your donors and are more likely to be remembered than those who don't. In fact, the USPS reports that brand recall is 70% higher when customers are exposed to direct mail as opposed to digital. And sending direct mail can also get you in front of customers when they're in a good mood. According to the USPS, 55% of people said they look forward to seeing what's in their mailbox. and 56% stated that receiving and reading mail is a real pleasure. And spam emails certainly don't put anybody in a good mood, right? So remember this about direct mail too. The studies show it's trustworthy. Studies show that consumers are more likely to trust direct mail and companies that use it over anything digital. In fact, 56% of people feel that print advertising is the most trustworthy form of marketing. And direct mail also feels more credible because you can open it at your leisure and it's not as in your face as display ads or emails. Well, do you need another reason why you should use direct mail? Almost 50% of all emails sent each day are spam. Ugh. And constantly bombarding us with advertising that we didn't ask for. And that doesn't exactly build trust. Plus, there's no chance of having your identity stolen or downloading a virus when opening a piece of direct mail. And you know what else? Direct mail is tangible. It's tangible. Another benefit of direct mail is that you can hold it in your hands and you can use special coatings, papers, magnet, games, or other interactive elements to grab your audience attention as soon as they receive your piece. Or you can include promotional cards, gifts, whatever, immediately. No digital channel can offer this degree of tangibility or make such a persuasive appeal to the senses. And guess what else? Your direct mail gets attention. How many emails and display ads do you see each day on average? Studies show that over 269 billion emails are sent around the world each day. That's ridiculous. And we encounter around 63 display ads daily as we browse the internet. It's overwhelming, right? On the other hand, the average person only receives around 2 pieces of mail on a daily basis. So less mail to sort through means prospects are more likely to take the time to read your piece. And when consumers give you their full attention, there's a better chance that they're going to notice your offer, take in your message, and take advantage of it. In fact, the Data and Marketing Association, which I have referred to here as the DMA, reports that 79% of consumers act on direct mail immediately, which is much higher than emails at only 45%. So most unsolicited emails end up in the digital trash can pretty quickly. But that's often not the case with direct mail. So get your offer to the right person and your direct mail piece can easily outlast the few seconds devoted to most spam emails. The deal is that you can still use digital because the experts tell us that direct mail plus digital is the perfect marriage. Direct mail is also the perfect complement to your digital marketing channels. In fact, mail paired with digital advertising is proven to produce 28% higher conversion rates. So following up a direct mail piece with an email or an email with a direct mail piece increases the impact of your marketing and helps keeps you in the top of your donor's mind. Using direct mail as a part of a marketing channel strategy can also improve response rates. Studies show that campaigns that paired direct mail with digital ads saw 118% higher response rates than those that only used direct mail. Plus, the DMA reports that direct mail can lift response rates for other channels by a whopping 450%. So, direct mail is alive and well. Direct mail continues to be one of your best ways to get your message in front of prospects, in front of your donors. It offers response rates that are far superior to the even most successful online advertising, and you don't have to compete for precious attention in the hectic online world. Plus, direct mail boosts the effectiveness of your other marketing channels and offers extensive personalization options to connect with your prospects. So as we look to the future, 2020 and beyond, it's clear that direct mail marketing is going to continue to thrive. At $38.5 billion, the direct mail will account for the largest portion of local advertising spent in the United States. Plus, direct mail advertising is projected to continue growing beyond 2020 for both business to business and business to consumers. So while it may be tempting to focus solely on online marketing, it's clear that tried and true advertising channels and nonprofits are going to use direct mail in ways that are going to pay much higher dividends than digital. Thank you for having been here today, and we hope that this has given you new enthusiasm about all those direct mail appeals that you have planned for 2020. A lot more information at joyolsengroup.com, blockbusterfundraising.com. We're live every Tuesday, 1 o'clock, and we have podcasts out there now. In fact, we're going to be doing our podcasts on Wednesday, and we hope that you'll tune into those too. We'll put up where you can find our podcasts. Hey, we've got lots of fundraising tips on our YouTube video channel, Blockbuster Fundraising, and we're having a lot of fun too with our IGTV channel on Instagram. Have a great week, and happy Valentine's Day. It's great fun to see you here today. We appreciate your time. Hope you're inspired. Bye-bye.